there's a bunch of things that happened with Resident Evil 7 this week, but the main two are the new trailer and the new content for the demo. Now, I did not like the demo very much originally. I think the idea of having these things, these items hidden underneath doors and around cabinets and whatever, where you can't see them, and requiring them to have these weird implications of like, oh, there's a secret over here, but you had to look behind here and do that and a flashback and do this. There's so many steps involved with that. I don't enjoy that. I don't think that's good design, or fun design rather. I mean, it's well designed. It's just not fun to me to do that. To that PT style of, well, you got to look at the wall, then look at the ceiling, and then if you look at the mirror, but if you don't look at the mirror, but if you do that, it's like, it's exhausting. It's way too much. Does anybody call you Jesus? No, yes, I get that. Yeah, but that is related to PT because Jesus is a zombie. So thanks, that's on topic. Yeah, I think that works perfectly well. I get Jesus and then Weird Al. Now, Weird Al is what I get more often. Quite a bit. But the main thing with this demo that's changed is a new room here. And the new room here is up. I never saw this before, so that's the problem with this demo. I never saw this before because somehow I messed up and never found the one item. I don't believe in the idea of locking things off because you couldn't find a secret thing. I'm like, this is the demo for your game. You should be making me want to see it and want to play it all. I shouldn't have to go onto forums or Google facts to see most of it. That's just whatever. You know, that's just annoying to me. So the new room here in the demo, if I ever stop looking at the wall like a psycho, is, keep going, me, come on, walk a little, walk, there you go. So beyond here, that wall that's broken, when I turn around, that's new. That was all in the demo before, the mannequin, I guess, but the broken room that I'm going to get to the left, that's new. There's new stuff in there, like the little celluloid hand thing. So you get the hand, you stick the dummy finger on it, and you got a weird hand. I mean, that's exciting. Then we have the handgun ammo. No handgun, but the ammo. That's fine. That's nice. There's a bunch of mannequins to stand there. This is the new room. There's a ladder leading up to a possible way to escape, but you can't escape. And there's apparently a new phone message that's saying, hey, all the doors are made to be opened, otherwise they wouldn't be doors. But they're not all open yet. And some people are saying that's Ada, which makes me excited. But why? Why is this so annoying? Why is this demo going to be updated months and months like this? They've already said this isn't even in the game. So what is it even about? Not only that, it's not, I can't trust this as being evocative of the game in any way. Like, why? Does the game play like this, where there's hidden shit behind cabinets that if I don't see it, I'm locked off from an entire thing? I don't understand that. But beyond that, ignore that, right? Because who cares? I think the game could still be really interesting. I like that idea. I like the idea of a PT, even though I didn't really like PT much, or PT is completely different from Resident Evil. I like the idea of it, and that first-person style of exploration is cool, and that works great. The problem is, this isn't Resident Evil in tone at all. At all. Like, literally none of the Resident Evil games were like this. There's some camp in the little background footage that you see in the middle of the demo, and that feels Resident Evil, but the rest of it, even beyond that, the style of horror is completely different from Resident Evil. It was never about being scared to go around each corner, or having things like that happen where all of a sudden jump scares. Like, the only jump scares that you remember in Resident Evil are the dogs jumping through the window. And that was one fucking jump scare. It wasn't 500. It wasn't walking around and hiding from things and and being suspicious. It just doesn't feel like Resident Evil to me. And I would be fine with this if this was Resident Evil reboot, you know, without the 7. But you're adding the 7 into it. I don't see how this is Resident Evil. Resident Evil never had a scary demon lady do shit like that. That's never Resident Evil. This would be like if Paranormal Activity 5 or whatever came out, and it was stylistically, tonally akin to The Shining. Like, it wouldn't make any goddamn sense. How would you... That's a found footage movie with like weird ghosts and stuff, and now you're making like The Shining. Like, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. So why would you have Resident Evil 7 go in a completely different direction? It's unfathomable to me as to that doesn't make any sense. To whom does that make sense? Completely different style of horror, which is fine. I know people like that style, and I find it too unnerving. What I liked about Resident Evil was it felt more grounded. You'd see these zombies and you'd see these enemies and there'd be scary things going on, but you felt like you could get out of it. This feels like you're trapped. It's so claustrophobic. That wasn't what Resident Evil was to me, and this is not a game. This game is not for me. I'm a huge Resident Evil fan. I will defend 6. I will defend Resident Evil 6. I loved basically every game in the Resident Evil series. And this is the first one where I'm like, I don't care about any of this. This is not what I want. This is not anything close to what I want from Resident Evil. It doesn't feel like Resident Evil. The fact is, when this was revealed at the PlayStation conference, I was watching it going, this looks like Capcom. This looks like the kitchen demo, which Capcom made. But something tells me this is something more. Like, is this Resident Evil? And it was that big surprise. Like, oh no. Oh no, you've done it. You've done it now. You've made Resident Evil something it was not. And it remains to be seen though, but that's the problem. This isn't the game. This is a demo that isn't in the game. So what is the game? Because what they've shown is you hiding around from enemies, which is fine. That's fine. But like having a baby weird doll fall from the ceiling, that's not Resident Evil. Resident Evil is solving a puzzle, going into a thing, like finding a key. Okay, this is the copper key. I know where that door is. Let me go back and explore. Like finding the the bolt cutters and using them on the door, and then finding the VCR tape or VHS tape is that's Resident Evil. That makes sense. That stuff I can get down with. But this spooky, am I gonna get jumped feel isn't right for me. And then we can go on to the trailer, which they did, and I don't understand this either, because yeah, this is your 20th anniversary. Also, I should mention, big Resident Evil fan. This game comes out like a week before my birthday. Could not be less excited. For a Resident Evil game to come out basically on my birthday and for me not be excited, something's wrong. And not with me. It's with the game. This trailer is interesting, is fine. It kind of shows you a little bit about the world. But what they're setting up here, it's not dark. It's not claustrophobic. It's outside and bright for some of it. And the narration's like, don't go there, don't go there. I don't know why you would. If you saw something like that, you leave so quick. So quick. And it's got a mansion, and that's great. And you're going in there, look at this house. It's got rooms. It's got stuff to see. That's interesting. This is interesting. Having a crazy guy with a shovel jump out of a whatever, I don't know. I don't know if I trust that. That combat doesn't look very good. It looks like really shitty Condemned Criminal Origins. It remains to be seen. You're going to be playing little sections that are not of the same part, like the VHS tapes where you can go in and play that. But the combat, is this like Nemesis, where those crazy family members are constantly coming after you and you can kind of fight them off and they'll stay away for a little bit? That could be interesting, but even Resident Evil 3 wasn't really about that. You weren't scared of Nemesis popping out all the time. Then we get to the main problem here, which is this cutscene that, again, is so tonally 6 million light years away from any Resident Evil cutscene ever. Just beyond. Now, is it well acted or interesting? Sure. That's not the argument. The argument is, why is this Resident Evil 7 with nothing I've seen except for the UI and kind of the way you get the bolt cutters, open this door. Nothing except those things says Resident Evil to me. This could be any other series, any other game. This could be the new Condemned. It actually fits more in with Condemned. 2 games I'd rather enjoy. It just doesn't feel like Resident Evil. And I'm not saying that it's going to be bad because of that. I'm just saying it really is not Resident Evil. And that was spooky too. Resident Evil never was like that. Look at any of the fucking trailers. Watch any gameplay for any of the Resident Evil games. They never were like this. Why is this 7? Why not just do a hard reboot? I don't understand. And there's going to be story ties, I guess, but I need to see 20 minutes of gameplay for this, because otherwise it just looks like this Bizarro World thing that is like a side story. Umbrella Corps feels like more of a Resident Evil game than this, and that's not a good game. No one likes that game. I don't know. I'm just upset about Resident Evil. It's not even about the first person. The first person, whatever. That's fine. That's the trend, sure. So many horror games are first person now, that's fine. It's not about that. It is about the feel. You can't just put blue herbs in a mansion and be like, oh, it's Resident Evil now. Like, it's more of an homage than it is an actual Resident Evil game when you do that because of this. This doesn't feel right. This does not feel right. Could still be really good. Does not feel like Resident Evil. And I made this point. This guy looks like his character model looks like a skater from Tony Hawk. He just looks like one of those skateboardy dudes. I don't know why. He looks like one of them. I swear he is. He's a secret skateboarder. He doesn't live very long, so he didn't get to show me any of his tricks, but I imagine he could have. I imagine he really could have. But that's it. I think I've rambled on enough about this demo. I guess they're going to keep updating this demo every couple of months with new garbage. I don't know why this update was 3 gigs. I guess people are saying it looked better, and I think it did, but at the same time, I don't know. What? I mean, I've played through this demo 6, 7 times now. It's exhausting. Why is this behind the thing? Am I going to have to be looking? I'm not playing this game in VR, because good God, that'd be too scary. But am I going to have to be looking around the corner of every little thing? I don't want to do that. That's not fun. That design is not fun to me. Let me survive with my normal skills of looking around, where I don't have to look under and around things. I don't get it. That's all I'm saying, is I don't get it. Oh, this could be a real short show. Well, oh my god. And it's got this scary thing down here, if you see it. You can't see it, the chat's over it. Anyway. That's the show. We'll end it there. I don't think there's anything else to talk about. Oh, there was an interesting rumor I saw. What was it? Breath of the Wild coming out, what, April 3rd or something? That was the rumor. Or at least the amiibo. You'd assume it would launch with the amiibo. That was interesting. Remains to be seen. Everything's remained to be seen. I just don't understand this. You can be so far away from that drawer and open it and have the icon pop up, but when there's an item hidden somewhere, you gotta be right on that stupid lockpick. And I think you can replay this VHS tape, so if you miss it, you can go back into it. I never tried that, and I don't want to try it. There's so much trial and error to this PT style of weirdness. I don't think it's. And there's that ghost lady, which I've never seen, but she does pop up in the demo that like appears on the stairs. Resident Evil never did that. Oh my god. I just want an indication that this is Resident Evil. That's all I want. This demo shit, everything I've heard about it from any other demo, is not Resident Evil. And the people that really enjoyed PT, I question their sanity in terms of design. That is not, that's out of control. Can we? Anyway, I do this show of varying lengths because last week was like 2.5 hours long. Every Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time, twitch.tv/thegamefanatics. I stream on my own Twitch, Mario Maker, user levels, and random stuff. Gonna be starting doing random stuff on Sundays. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, about 6 Pacific. I start streaming 6:15. Don't get there early. I'm just so bummed out about Resident Evil. It really is. It really is sad. Like, I don't know if I've ever gotten sad about a game before. Like, it's just really sad to me. This game. It is not. I saw this trailer, and I played the new thing, and I was like, I can't with this. I can't with this. Resident Evil never had horror. Like, what is happening? I don't understand. I really 100% do not understand this. It's insane. Whose Resident Evil is this? Why isn't this? I guess I should just take it as a reboot. But if it can't be a reboot if you're putting characters from the oh my god. Because that's the rumor. That one lady's Ada on the phone. And then I just want concrete answers. Is the whole game hiding from things? But it can't be. You get an axe. I'm about to get the axe actually. And you get a handgun ammo, so there's ammo. I just don't want the whole game to be hiding from 4 weirdos in a house. Right? That doesn't seem right to me. That doesn't seem like Resident Evil. I don't know. The more I think about it, the more I'm just like, I'm not mad about it. I'm disappointed. Right? I'm just disappointed. I'm just disappointed in Resident Evil, that's all. Smack the boxes. I mean, if that's something you wanted to do, you can smack the boxes. I'm very defeated. I'm very defeated about this game. It was a short job today. Boop, 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 boop.